Now, pace. Here's what we need to look for, I think.
Well,
Double Galore from the outside is going to show some speed.
He'll go to the lead.
All right. Now, you know also that High Finance is going to show
He'll
some
be
speed.
laying second.
Bob and John is going to be kept in the running.
He'll be laying third.
That's the way he really likes to run.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll
Bluegrass
see
Cat
how
will
it
be
shakes out.
stalking them in Sun River.
Deputy Glitters also. Let's don't forget Deputy Glitters. Tom Albertrani told me he would be either first or second early. So
we'll see how smart we are.
Yeah.
It's a lot of names you just mentioned, by the way.
I know. It could be a little crowded up front, but the pace shouldn't be very fast. We know that.
Secretariat, of course, the track stakes and world record at 1.5 miles. As they are just about in, we go to Tom Durkin for the call of the Belmont Stakes.
They are in the gate for the 138th Belmont Stakes, and they're off. And it was a slow beginning for Oh So Awesome. Not so for Bob and John, who breaks out on the lead. And Deputy Glitters is right there. Bluegrass Cat is forwardly placed. Just in behind them, it's High Finance. So Bob and John, and Garrett Gomez is keeping him to the middle of the track, forcing Deputy Glitters even farther out in the track, yet farther still Bluegrass Cat. In the meantime, there's an opening for High Finance, who moves through a big opening toward the inside. In between horses, it's Double Galore, close to the pace and running in sixth. Sun River gets a good spot. He's saving ground toward the inside seventh on that sweeping first turn here at Belmont. Steppenwolfer a bit closer than usual. He is running eighth, about 6 lengths from the lead. Sacred Light outside him, followed by Platinum Couple. Then a break of 3 lengths back to Hemingway's Key, who's sitting out the opening furlongs in 10th position. Oh So Awesome was off that late start, and that late closer, Jazzle, trails the field. And the pace is relatively strong, 47 1/5 seconds for the opening half mile here. And Bob and John is the leader down that long backstretch run here at Belmont Park. High Finance rides the rails in second. Deputy Glitters up close to the pace in third. Long Shot Double Galore is in between horses. Johnny Velasquez keeps Bluegrass Cat situated in the clear on the outside, running long in fifth, about 4 lengths from Bob and John. Then it's Platinum Couple, followed by Sun River. Then Sacred Light on the far outside. Jazzle begins to thread his way through in between horses now, with 5 furlongs to go. Still at the back is Steppenwolfer, followed by Hemingway's Key toward the inside, and Oh So Awesome. And it is a very tight pack after 3/4, 1/12 flat. There's just 7 lengths or 8 lengths now from front to back. And it is Bob and John the leader. And here comes Bluegrass Cat, is going to take a run at him at the midway point on the far turn. And Jazzle comes on. There goes Jazzle up on the far outside, moving just outside the quarter pole. It's now Bluegrass Cat and Jazzle, and they will arrive at the top of the stretch together. And Steppenwolfer gets his motor running. He's coming on through third in between horses. Sun River's right alongside him. At the top of the stretch, it's Jazzle in front. Jazzle's come from way out of it, and he's coming down to the last furlong with the lead. Bluegrass Cat is fighting him hard all the way. Sun River is third. Steppenwolfer is fourth. It's still Jazzle, and a very determined Bluegrass Cat. He is determined but second to the Belmont winner, Jazzle. Jazzle won it by a length. Bluegrass Cat was second. Sun River was third. Steppenwolfer was fourth. The final time was 2 minutes, 27 4/5 seconds.
And an 18-year-old jockey, Fernando Jara, with the win here in the Belmont Stakes. A terrific ride.
He did ride him very well. There's a little point on the far turn where he had to be very patient, thread his way through horses, but he pulled the trigger at exactly the right time.
And there is a look at a jubilant winning trainer, Kieran McLaughlin, getting his first victory in a Triple Crown race. He saddled Closing Argument last year in the Kentucky Derby at odds of more than 70 to 1 to finish second, and now he gets the job done. He was almost second guessed before the Kentucky Derby, as you see another look at Jazzle and Bluegrass Cat, for riding Fernando Jara.
Yeah.
But Jara gave him a picture-perfect ride in the Derby, and now gets the money in the Belmont.
Well, it's his home track. He's very comfortable here, and he knows the horse like the back of his hand.
Now, 3 weeks ago at the Preakness, Bernardini won, owned by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum of Dubai, from the Maktoum ruling family. The first time they had ever won a Triple Crown race. Now, Sheikh Hamdan Maktoum, the older brother of Sheikh Mohammed, scores with Shadwell Stable and Jazzle.
Terrific performance. I wasn't sure if this horse could keep up because he dropped so far back in a lot of his races, but Fernando kept him a little closer, and he moved at the right time. Fernando Jara, congratulations.
Thank you.
I can't hear you, but you rode a terrific race, my man.
Thank you.
You rode a terrific race. What were you thinking as you entered the far turn?
Then I got a little problem on the brake. You know, the hose coming in a little bit, and I lose one of my irons. But I think that's no problem. I had to put in him a little more in the pace. I had to set more space, and I just moved at the right time, and I got the best part of the race. Thank God.
Congratulations. You certainly did move at the right time. He said he lost one of his irons leaving the gate, which happens occasionally to us when the horse brushes the side of the gate, knocking our foot loose.
Luckily, he's not a speed horse. He's a horse that's going to be back toward the back of the pack anyway, right?
Well, that's exactly right. And you need to sit on the horse's back, which you don't normally do, for 2 or 3 strides to reposition your foot. And if you are on a horse that's on the lead, it's very, very tough to do that.
Is that a happy guy or what?
Winners go the spoils as Jazzle captures the 138th running of the Belmont. Wasn't that a great horse race to watch? And let's bring in Steve Dunker, the chairman of NYRA, present this beautiful trophy here.
Thanks. Before I do that, I just have to spend a minute thanking the great New York racing fans who support us. And not just today. We run races all year round here. This circuit doesn't take a break. And our fans, with their dedication, and our horsemen with their commitment, allow us to put on the best racing in America. And out of the race to the winner, what a horse race, man, that was something. We've seen a lot in this Triple Crown series. We've seen brilliance, we've felt sorrow, and now we've seen the true heart of a champion. Jazzle, what a magnificent race. To Rick, to Kieran, congratulations. You just passed the test of a champion.
Absolutely. And let's check in with Rick Nichols from Shadwell. Jazzle, dead heat for 4th in the Derby. Got a nice rest coming into the Belmont. Were you that confident coming into this race?
Yes, we've been very confident in talking with Sheikh Hamdan, who unfortunately couldn't be here, but watching it in Dubai. And congratulations, sir. Well done. No, he was quite confident that he could get the 1.5 miles, and Karen and his staff, Artie and Neil and Trish, and everybody have done a great job. And a special thanks to Fernando. I'm sure our young rider, you're going to see many great performances out of that before his career is done.
Absolutely. With the brothers from Dubai capturing the Preakness and the Belmont. Kieran, let's have a match race.
Yeah, I don't know that. We'll enjoy this one for now.
Kieran, you really had this horse prepped. Tell me about how the race unfolded. Were you confident when they came to the closing stretch?
Yes, I was very confident when he was weaving through at the 5/8 pole to the quarter pole and was alongside Bluegrass Cat moving the right way. I was very confident.
Fernando, what was the race itself like? Was it physical out there? Was there a lot of talk? Tell me how it unfolded from a jockey's point of view.
Then a little worried about first part of the race. I think there's gonna be too much pace. Like how we got the pace, I got always, I got a clear way, and we went to we got the best part of the race.
Congratulations to all of you. A great performance by a fine horse.
All the questions about to be answered in Belmont 139. Back up to Tom Durkin.
And there's the filly in the field, Rags to Riches. The crowd roars, ready for the start of the 139th Belmont Stakes. And they're off. Oh, and the filly bobbled at the break. Rags to Riches stumbled coming out of there. And CP West comes out in stride. Sluice Tizzy is there. Hard spun to their outside. And then farther back it's Curlin. And Rags to Riches out in the middle of the track there. Then Tiago and I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy. So they make their way for the first turn. And Edgar Prado will keep CP West well off the rail. Sluice Tizzy is very eager to get to that lead on the outside. Curlin up close today. Through the opening quarter, there was a tepid 24 3/5 seconds. Hard spun is right alongside Curlin. And it's 2 lengths back, and the filly Rags to Riches is 5th, followed by Tiago at the rail, and 7 or 8 lengths back to the trailer. I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy who's just lumbering along in the early stages of this 1.5-mile classic. So they make that turn into the backstretch run. The pace has been sensible the opening quarter mile, and the half was 50 seconds flat. It's just a bit of a crawl here in the early stages of the Belmont, and Sluice Tizzy is the leader. Sluice Tizzy in front, CP West right there. Hard spun, up close, hard held while 3rd. On the inside is Curlin, just inside of the filly Rags to Riches. Tiago is only 5.5 lengths from the leaders. 7 lengths back to stretch running I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy. 3/4 of a mile in 1:15.1. Now the field is approaching the far turn. A long way to go yet.
CP West. The riders have been very patient, not making a move. There's 5 furlongs to go. Their positions relatively unchanged. CP West the leader. Sluice Tizzy is second. Hard Spun's in a perfect position on the outside. Curlin could get bottled up on the inside. Rags to Riches in the clear 5th, only 3 lengths from the lead. And Tiago is beginning to roll now. He's only 3 lengths from the front. They're midway around the far turn. 5 of them within 4.5 lengths of each other. And the leader is CP West. Nothing left for Sluice Tizzy. Here comes Hard Spuns. And Curlin is coming on through in between horses. And Rags to Riches is coming with a 4-wide sweep. And Tiago is in behind them. And at the top of the stretch, a filly is in front of the Belmont. But Collmus is right there with her. These two in a battle of the sexes in the Belmont Stakes. It is Curlin on the inside. Rags to Riches on the outside. A desperate finish. Rags to Riches and Curlin. They're coming down to the wire. It's going to be very close. And it's going to be a filly in the Belmont. Rags to Riches has beaten Curlin in 100 years of Belmont history. The first filly to win it in over a century.
Wow. Girl power rules the day at the Belmont. Not just the first filly in 102 years, but the first ever at 1.5 miles. And she ran down the colt who's been labeled a freak, Curlin. And you can go 100 years without seeing trainer Todd Pletcher show the emotion that he just showed when Rags to Riches got her head down on the wire in front of Curlin. A stoic guy, but finally his first Triple Crown winner in his 29th.
Riches to Riches. $600,000 for winning, and for those who backed her, well, for every $2, a $10.60 return. $4.40 to place, $3.20 to show. Curlin in second, return $3 to place, $2.30 to show. Tiago capturing third, return $3.70. The exacta 7.3, 25 and change. The trifecta 7.32, 131.50. And in case you're wondering, on that pick 4, it returned over $5,000. There is the full order of finish. Rags to Riches, the first filly to capture this classic since 1905. Curlin, Tiago, Hard Spun, CP West, I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy, and Sluice Tizzy finished 7th. And so, gentlemen, there we have it. It's one we will never forget. History made here today as the filly, coming 4 wide, is able to win. Chris, what a performance.
The field loading into the gate for the 142nd Belmont, and there is Nick Zito's Fly Down, who moves into post position number 5 with Johnny Velasquez aboard, and right next to him will be another Nick Zito trainee who is the favorite in this Belmont. Number 6, Icebox. He strides into the starting gate, and the tote board reads 9-5 for him. He's a little anxious to get in there. And then in post position number 11, there is the prodigious First Dude, who goes in post number 11, and completing this field of 12 will be Interactive. They are in the gate. We are ready to go in the Belmont Stakes. And they're off. Interactive on the far outside. Spangled Star is there. First Dude has some speed. So does Game On Dude. So they make their way to that sweeping clubhouse turn here at Belmont Park. And it's First Dude who's first into the turn. Uptown Charlie Brown is up close to the pace today. And Interactive is too. He's right there running in third. Game On Dude is fourth on the outside. And Fly Down now runs in fifth position. Drosselmeyer is sixth on the outside. Then Spangled Star is back running in seventh. A break of 3 back to Stately Victor eighth. And Icebox is now ninth, and he's already about 11 lengths from the lead. And at the back of the pack now are Stay Put, Dave and Dixie, and Make Music for Me. They are 10th, 11th, and 12th as First Dude takes the field into the backstretch run. First Dude leads it by a length, being pushed along here by Interactive. The opening half mile was reasonable, 49 seconds flat. So First Dude settles into that powerful stride of his. He's out there stretching those long legs. He's now in front by a length and 3/4. Interactive is second. Game On Dude on the outside is running along in third. Uptown Charlie Brown is rating beautifully so far. He's fourth toward the inside. Drosselmeyer is fifth.
Fly Down is 5.5 lengths from the lead. Then it's a break of 2.5 to Spangled Star, followed by Icebox. Icebox has gotten a bit closer. He's now about 8 lengths from the lead after a 3/4 mark of 1:14.4. Farther back in the field, our stay put Stately Victor, who's still unhurried with 5 furlongs to go. Make Music for Me, Dave and Dixie has dropped out to trail the field. Furlong after power for Furlong, it's First Dude. First Dude leads. Interactive is second. Game On Dude is third with a half-mile to go here. Uptown Charlie Brown, he's now being asked to pick it up. Drosselmeyer is fifth. He's only 3 from the lead. Then Fly Down. Time ticking away for Icebox. He's still got a lot to do and only 3 furlongs to do it. He's now been passed by Stay Put, and now the field comes to the top of the stretch. First Dude, Game On Dude, and Interactive. They're across the track together. Uptown Charlie Brown is down toward the rail. Drosselmeyer comes up on the far outside at the top of the stretch. First Dude, Game On Dude. They're head-to-head for the lead. Drosselmeyer trying to wear them down from the far outside. Uptown Charlie Brown and Fly Down to the finish. First down is Deputy on the outside here. Here at the wire, Drosselmeyer, who gets First Dude in the shadow of the wire. Drosselmeyer, an upset winner. Fly Down and First Dude.
And they're off. Painter is the first away. Mike Smith sending him early on. Unstoppable You is also asked for speed as they move for the first turn. And My Adonis and Optimizer's up and on the pace today. Union Rags in behind them, running along in 5th. And then it's Dullahan, who settles in 6th place early on. Adigan to his inside is now 7th. Then it's 5:16, Ravella's Boy, Guiana Star Dweej. And last early on here is Street Life. So just as he did with Bodemeister in the Derby and the Preakness, Mike Smith has now sent Painter to the lead. Painter is the leader by 1.5 lengths. Optimizer in an unusual spot for him. He's now second, up close to the pace today. Unstoppable You runs along in 3rd place. My Adonis is rating along in 4th. And then it's Union Rags. The trouble-prone Union Rags is still on the inside. At this point in the Derby, he was 20 lengths off the lead. Now he's only 5.5 off the lead. Then Guiana Star Dweej, followed by 5:16. Then Adigan down toward the inside, Ravella's Boy. Long-legged Dullahan has only 1 horse beaten at this point. That is stretch running Street Life. The opening half mile was 49 1/5 seconds. A pace that's very reasonable here. And so it's Painter in front here, in control, in the hands of Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. Unstoppable You now is coming after him midway down the backstretch run. Optimizer 3 lengths from the lead. Union Rags rides the rails 4th here with 5 furlongs to go. My Adonis acts to pick it up. And then it is Adigan, Ravella's Boy. Dullahan down on the fence, asks for more run. 9 lengths for the lead. 4 furlongs left in the Belmont. The mile was up in 1:38 flat. And Painter is trying to do it here. Wire to wire. Unstoppable You. My Adonis is taking a run for the lead. Adigan takes to the outside. Union Rags is still only 3 from the front as they move toward the top of the stretch. And Dullahan is starting to uncoil that long stride of his. But he still has a lot to do. He's 6 lengths behind Painter as the field turns for home. Unstoppable You. Adigan there on the outside, and Union Rags is 4th on the rail, just 2.5 lengths from the lead with 1 furlong to go. Painter is still there. Smith imploring him for 1 more furlong, and here comes Union Rags unleashing a final furious rally to win the Belmont Stakes by a nose over Painter. Adigan was 3rd, Street Life was 4th. In a thrilling rendition of the Test of the Champion. And they're off. Giant finish, and Frack Daddy is sent immediately to the lead, and Freedom Child has speed too. So those two hook up in the first furlong here. And Oxbow's not far behind on the outside 3rd. Over to the rail goes Giant Finish running along in 4th. Palace Malice, who set the pace in the Derby, is back running 5th early on, and he's taken wide into the turn. And then it is Incognito running along in 6th. Overanalyzed 7th on the inside. And the filly Unlimited Budget is now 8th on the outside. And then in between horses, running along in 9th, is Midnight Taboos at the back of the pack with Vijak. And then Will Take Charge. And then down toward the inside, Revolutionary, 4 lengths back. And the Derby winner has just 1 horse beaten, and that is Golden Soul, as this cavalcade of 14 turns into the backstretch. The opening half mile was swift. The pace is strong here, 46 3/5 seconds. And there goes the Preakness winner, Oxbow. And he's up for the lead, and Freedom Child's trying to run with him. Palace Malice is 3rd on the outside. Overanalyze is now back running in 4th position. Or make that Frack Daddy running back in 4th. And then a break of another 3 back to Revolutionaries, making a steady advance here with 6 furlongs remaining. Unlimited Budget on the outside runs along in 6th as they move for the half-mile pole. And then it is Incognito. Vijak on the outside. Overanalyzed down toward the rail. That group's still about 12 from the front. And then Will Take Charge. Orb is still near the back of the pack as the field moves into the far turn. He is still about 12 lengths from the lead. Then Golden Soul, Midnight Taboo, and Giant Finish. So they're rounding the far turn. Oxbow narrowly. Palace Malice is taking a run at him now as they make their way at the midway point on the turn. And Revolutionary has found his best stride, and here he comes. And there's a bay blur on the far turn, and that is Orb. Orb is now 4th as they move toward the top of the stretch. Oxbow, the Preakness winner, down inside. Palace Malice on the outside. Orb is 3rd, 3 lengths behind them. And then it's Revolutionary. And farther back, the filly Unlimited Budget. They're entering the final furlong with Palace Malice to catch. Palace Malice by 2.5 lengths. And then Oxbow and Orb was sputtering late in the game. Revolutionary down inside. And they're coming down to the finish. And it will be Palace Malice. An upset winner here in the Belmont Stakes. The Preakness winner was 2nd, Oxbow. Orb wound up finishing 3rd. It was close for 4th between Incognito and Revolutionary.
Thanks, Tom. And all eyes, of course, on stall number 2 for California Chrome as Tonalist takes the outside gate. They are all in line. We're ready for the start of the Belmont. Oh, very well. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. And California Chrome has a very good start. Samrod also up and after the lead, and Commissioner is close too as they race for the turn. General A-Rod is on the far outside. Now Victor Espinoza is going to get California Chrome to the rail in the lead, and an unexpected early challenge comes from Commissioner on the outside, and now Commissioner will take over. And California Chrome will be 2nd early. General A-Rod is 3rd to the outside. Wicked Strong is 4th. Then comes Medal Count 5th along the rail, followed by Tonalist. A 24 seconds flat opening quarter mile. It's 3 lengths back to Ride on Curlin. And then toward the inside comes Matterhorn, Commanding Curve. And at the back of the field, Matuzak and Samrod. And they make their way to the backstretch. And it's Commissioner who leads the way. And General A-Rod is 2nd as they head on to the backstretch. Tonalist is 3rd. And now California Chrome will be on the rail. And he's in behind horses. He hasn't been in this position yet in the Derby or Preakness. He's 3 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Wicked Strong is ridden along to go with him. Then Medal Count to the inside. And they're being followed next by Ride on Curlin. They continue through a half mile in 48 2/5 seconds. It has not been a fast pace. And Commissioner continues to lead the way. General A-Rod is 2nd and Tonalist is 3rd. California Chrome is 4th. And he's on the outside of Medal Count. And now Medal Count takes 4th. California Chrome has been taken to the outside now. And he's within 3 lengths of the lead as they run 3/4 of a mile in 1 minute 12 4/5 seconds. Around the far turn, Commissioner on the inside. General A-Rod, Tonalist. California Chrome is still 4th. But he is beginning to move on the far outside. Medal Count is behind them as Commissioner makes the lead to the top of the stretch. General A-Rod is 2nd. Tonalist, California Chrome. He's on the far outside. He is 4 wide, and they're into the stretch. It's General A-Rod, Tonalist. Here's California Chrome on the far outside, and he's a furlong from immortality. He is up on the outside of Commissioner. Here's Wicked Strong in the center of the track. Commissioner, California Chrome on the outside. Tonalist, Commissioner. It won't be a triple crown this year. It's going to be close. It's Commissioner. Wicked, Strong, and Medal Count were next. And California Chrome, in his quest for a Triple Crown, finishes 5th today at Belmont Park.
And you can sense the disappointment, not only of the California Chrome connections, but as of the fans here that came to see perhaps history being made. There will be no Triple Crown one more time. The 20th horse all time to lose a Triple Crown bid in the Belmont Stakes, and applause from Art Sherman, always a gentleman. Steve and Carolyn Coburn. Victor Espinoza aboard California Chrome. Got him to the outside where he wanted him, it appeared, but he just did not have it in the stretch for the 1.5 miles. And it was the home team, Totalist.
For Steve Coburn and Perry Martin and all those with California Chrome. Throughout it all, Steve, it's been an amazing ride. What were your thoughts as they turned for home?
Well, I thought he was gaining ground, but he didn't have it in him, apparently. You know what? He's been in 3. This is his 3rd very big race. These other horses, they always set them out. They set them out and try to upset the apple cart. I'll never see, I'm 61 years old, and I'll never see, in my lifetime, I'll never see another Triple Crown winner because of the way they do this. It's not fair to these horses that have been in the game since day one. I look at it this way. If you can't make enough points to get in the Kentucky Derby, you can't run in the other 2 races.
So if you had your way, you would say you got to run the Triple Crown, or you cannot come up in the Belmont and be a fresh horse.
That's right. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Because this is not fair to these horses that have been running their guts out for these people and for the people that believe in them. For have somebody to come up like this is a coward's way out, in my opinion. This is a coward's way out.
So you think they came right after your horse and that was the plan, just like they have other potential Triple Crowns?
Exactly. Our horse had a target on his back. Everybody else lays out one, or they won't run in the Kentucky Derby or the Preakness. They'll wait until the Belmont. You know what? If you've got a horse, run him in all 3. If you've got a horse if you've got a horse that earns points to run in the Kentucky Derby, those 20 horses that start in Kentucky are the only 20 eligible to run in all 3 races. This is the coward's way out.
Steve, I know it's a tough loss. We hope to see him down the road.
I don't care.
All right, Tom. Obviously, strong statements here from the owner of California Chrome, Tom.
Yeah, some bitterness there from Steve Coburn.
If you've got a horse that earns points to run in the Kentucky Derby, those 20 horses that start in Kentucky are the only 20 eligible to run in all 3 races. This is the coward's way out.
I think his wife was trying to pull him back there for a second, Mike. First of all, I think that was happening, but no one could stop him. He was upset. The question is, was he upset for good reason? What's your take?
Well, I think the whole scene was very disappointing, and no, I don't think he had much of a reason at all. The Triple Crown is 3 separate races, 3 separate entities: the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, then the Belmont. They're 3 separate races. There are 3 separate trophies. The deal is you have to win all 3. All 3 have different rules. All 3 have different eligibilities. That's just the way it is. It's been that way for years. I've heard some people talking recently about trying to change the time between the races, which I don't even agree with that. But to say that the only horses that can be eligible are the 20 that ran in the Derby, I have never heard anybody say that in my 40 years. So.
Well, help us understand a little bit better, because there's definitely some debate fomenting because of this. There are 2 perspectives then that we need to understand. One, does it make a horse really tired to run these first 2 races and then the 3rd within 5 weeks? Is that a relevant consideration?
Of course it does. That's why the Triple Crown is so tough. That's why it's such a coveted prize. It's such a hard thing to do. It takes a special kind of horse to be able to do that, and there's not many that can stand the test. And I just thought that California Chrome, he looked great in the Derby. He looked great in the Preakness, but to come back in 3 weeks, it is very hard, and that's why it's hard.
Okay.
To say that you don't want to face any more challengers in that Belmont Stakes, though, to me, that's
That's just not right.
I'm here with Steve Coburn, co-owner of California Chrome, who expressed his anger very forcefully after his horse failed to win the Belmont Stakes and the Triple Crown over the weekend. His wife Carolyn is here as well. We're going to talk to them in just a moment, but in case you didn't see it, this is what Steve said right after the race on Saturday.
That's right. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Because this is not fair to these horses that have been running their guts out for these people and for the people that believe in them. For have somebody to come up like this is a coward's way out, in my opinion. This is a coward's way out. I don't care.
Oh, we could see, Carolyn, that you were there trying to get to him. Steve, you were talking with Dan yesterday morning here on Good Morning America, and he asked if you had any regrets to what you said, and you emphatically said no regrets. How do you feel this morning, Steve?
Very ashamed of myself. Very ashamed. I need to apologize to a lot of people, including my wife, Carolyn. First of all, I need to apologize to the winners. They run a beautiful race. Their horse won the race. They deserve that. I did not mean to take anything away from them. So I want to apologize to everybody associated with Tunnelist, his trainer, Mr. Clement. I sincerely apologize. I want to apologize to all the horse racing in the world. I want to apologize to my wife, Carolyn, she has literally stood behind me since we started this journey. I want to apologize to my partner, Perry Martin, and his family.
Why people are going to say the reversal now? I mean, it's very good of you to own up, and people were highly critical because it was such a wonderful story leading up to this, giving such people hope. Carolyn, what were you trying to tell your husband on Saturday then?
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember exactly what I said. I just know, he was very emotional, and I was trying to calm him down and remind him that he was speaking loudly. But exactly what I was saying, I don't know, but I know what I was trying to get across to him.
And so having time to think about it and giving credit to Tonalist because was the victor.
Yes, he was.
And so what would you want to say, especially to everyone that followed that horse and its owners?
Congratulations. You've got a fantastic horse. And he deserved the win. He won the race fair and square. He deserved to win.
And how is California Chrome? We know that he was injured coming out of the gate.
Well, he made contact with another horse, and he got stepped on really bad on his right front foot and tore some of the foot away. But he'll be all right. He'll be able to race, and again, it's going to take probably 10 days to 2 weeks to heal him up. But I need to apologize to Art Sherman and his family, our trainer, and everybody that's been on this trail with us. And I need to apologize to the world and America, our fans that have written us and given us so much support. I apologize. I sincerely apologize.
Well, we can see the emotion, and you are an emotional man. And I know part of it is that, as we were saying, it was such a great story, and so many people. This
is America's horse.
Were you just caught up in
so much for this horse to win the Triple Crown for the people of America. And I was very emotional, very emotional.
Did anything contribute to that emotion? Was there celebrating going on beforehand?
If it's just the emotions of the whole journey, all coming together at one time.
Well, this is a lesson for us still, because everyone was just so enthralled with the story, and part of it was that you were new to this. And yes. I know, joking a little bit about the name DAP, what that people who follow know what that stands for, and having the jackass as the logo, but having to learn. Is that what you think this was also part of a learning process for you?
Yes, it is. It's a learning process for us, and I'm going to do better. I promise you I'll do better.
And what do you want to say to your husband now?
I I'm proud of you for coming up here and doing this, and it was something that we needed to have done. And I hope people can see him the way he is, because that wasn't the way he normally is. He's a very compassionate man, and if people could have seen behind the scenes the children he talked to, the children he embraced, a little young lady in a wheelchair at Preakness, he handed her a bouquet of black-eyed Susan, a little boy in Kentucky that was a little mentally challenged that we're going to send a picture to, and some of our hats. You know, people could see that part of it. They can forgive the other part that happened. And I just, you know, it's been this last year we've given so much joy, this horse and our journey. And our story has given so much joy to so many people, and I hope this 30 seconds isn't going to destroy all of that.
California Chrome will run again?
Yes, he's home.
Yes.
He left yesterday, no, Sunday. Sunday was yesterday. At 11:30, he got there about 3:30 California time, and he's doing good.
All right. Well, Carolyn, thank you, Steve. I know it takes a lot to come and say that you.
Thank you so much for having us back. I needed to do this. I needed to do it because I was wrong.
Well, it's very big of you. We appreciate that. We're still learning from you. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All the best going forward.
Will this machine produce headlines soon to be forgotten or to be forever remembered? Over the better part of the last 4 decades, the morning after has told stories that one way or another all had the same ending.
Funny side is dropped back to third. Can Smarty Jones hold on? The Triple Crown will remain vacant once again.
Now we wonder what they'll print after this Belmont. American Pharaoh has raced to the brink of the Triple Crown, his stature growing with every step.
And it's American Pharaoh who has taken the lead on the outside.
As a Kentucky Derby favorite, he aced the first real test of his career. And as a Preakness target, he ran away from everyone in the rain.
And American Pharaoh and Victor Espinosa have won the Preakness.
Now, for a Hall of Fame trainer who's been agonizingly close before. For a star jockey back in the very same place he was a year ago. And for a sport that's seen so many other champions come up just short. American Pharaoh is the latest to enter the Belmont starting gate with a shot. So, what will be printed tomorrow? What will the story be? How will the headlines read? The answer is moments away.
With a Triple Crown on the line. And with the call of the Belmont Stakes, here's Larry Collmus.
And the last few runners are moving into line here. All eyes on stall number 5. With American Pharaoh. Is today the day? Is he the one? We are soon to find out. Materiality is coming up to the outside stall. They're all in line, and we're ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. Not a great start for American Pharaoh, but he will be sent to the lead by Victor Espinosa, so he waits no longer. Right to the front for American Pharaoh in the race to the first turn, but he did not come out of the gate all that well. Frosted is away running in second position. Materiality is third to the outside. A ground-saving run for Mubtahij, who's right behind American Pharaoh into that first turn, then made from Lucky. Keen Ice, Taylor Verve, and the trailer is Fremento. The opening quarter mile was 24 seconds flat. A sensible fraction for American Pharaoh, who leads the way on that sweeping first turn here at Belmont Park. And Materiality is kept close by John Velasquez, running in second position. Mubtahij, Frosted, and Keen Ice are right there. Keen Ice is not far behind at all. He's 2 lengths off the lead. And then it's Made from Lucky. It's 4 lengths more back to Taylor Verve and Fremento, a 48 4.5 mile. So it continues to be a moderate tempo up the backstretch here. And it is American Pharaoh who leads the way by 3/4 of a length. And Materiality keeps the pressure on in second. Mubtahij is third on the inside. And then comes Keen Ice in fourth. Frosted is fifth. Made from Lucky. Ridden along to keep up with the field. He's sixth, and he's 4.5 lengths off of American Pharaoh. Fremento and Taylor Verve are at the back of the pack. So American Pharoah is halfway home in the Belmont. 3/4 went at 1:13 and 2/5 seconds. And he begins his run into the far turn. 3/4 of a length ahead of Materiality in second. And then it's Keen Ice on the outside of Mubtahij, frosted in traffic behind them. And then Made from Lucky on the outside, around the far turn. And American Pharoah continues to lead the way. He's on top by 3/4 of a length. Mubtahij is off the rail, and now he's a length behind in second. And American Pharoah kicks away. American Pharoah has opened up a 2-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch. And Frosted has moved up into second, and they're into the stretch. And American Pharoah makes his run for glory as they come into the final furlong. Frosted is second with 1/8 of a mile to go. American Pharoah's got a 2-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole. And here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
American Pharoah has ended the 37-year drought to a deafening roar from the fans here at Belmont Park.
Holy shit.
Donna, if you can hear us, Donna.
Victor, you just won the Belmont Stakes, and with it, ended the 37-year drought and got your first Triple Crown finally. What does this mean to you?
Wow. I only can tell you, it's just an amazing thing that, it's just unbelievable how things work out, with just an amazing horse like American Pharoah. I was coming to this race so much confident the last 2 times. It's just an unbelievable. I feel great in the Jackson. I drank some Monster, and then I feel so good. I said, I hope American Pharoah feel like me. But he did. He's just an amazing horse.
At what point did you realize I'm going to win this, and can you describe that moment?
I tell you, in the first turn, when he broke a little step slow because he kind of sacked back, and then they opened the gate. But at 2 jumps, I was just right in the lead. That's what I want to be. Link in front of everybody, and steady all the way around. I'm telling you, I had the best feeling ever when he crossed the first turn.
What makes this horse so special, Victor?
The way he run. The way he traveled, the way he stretched his legs, the way he hit the ground. You don't even feel it when he's going that fast. It feels like it goes in slow motion.
Well, you might not be able to feel how fast he's going, but I can feel how happy you are. Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, Bob, I have never seen a scene like this. What are you thinking? What are you feeling right now?
It's very emotional. I'm thinking about my parents. I wish they were alive to see this, and I was hoping it would happen. I didn't know how I was going to feel. Now I know.
Your parents passed away. We've talked about this before. They saw you with many special events in your Hall of Fame career, and you kind of felt the spiritual part of them with you throughout this journey.
They were with me today. I was talking to them the whole race.
What were you thinking coming for home, close before, but coming up short?
You know what? Down the backside, he was in his groove, and I knew if he's a great horse, he's going to do it. He's just a great horse. It takes a great horse to do it.
Did you have a confidence coming over that this would be the day?
I felt good about him. You know, I knew he was training well. I got a great team, Jimmy Barnes and everybody that works with the horse. But we had, you have to have the horse.
And to be a part of history, so many of the trainers immediately coming up and congratulating you. I don't know how much is sinking in right now, but what does it feel to be a Triple Crown winning trainer?
I just feel like I have a very special horse, and he's the one that won. It wasn't me. It was the horse.
A capper of a great career.
I'm telling you, it's, everybody asked me the other day, Bob, you won everything, and Bodie says he hasn't won the Triple Crown, so now he can answer that.
Well, his son's right. He has won it now, Tom.
And at 62, Bob Baffert, the second oldest trainer to win the Triple Crown. Max Hurst was 65 when he won with Assault in 1946. An emotional Bob Baffert referencing his late parents with his family with him as Victor Espinoza gets a swig of water to the cheers of the crowd. Wow. And Penny Chenery right behind Bob Baffert, joining in the applause for the latest Triple Crown winner. Bob's wife Jill on his left, and here's Victor Espinoza waving to the crowd. A man that's had a smile on his face seemingly for the last 5 weeks of the Triple Crown chase. He's answered every request for an interview with graciousness, and now he has the celebration. Victor Espinoza turned 43 2 weeks ago. He is the oldest jockey to win the Triple Crown. Tell you, the noise from this crowd was deafening. I don't think I ever have heard as sustained a roar from a crowd at any sporting event. It was something to experience, I can tell you that, and it's continuing, not as quite as loud as it was when he crossed the finish line, but this is amazing.
You know, Victor Espinoza, usually as a rider you pull up at the winner's circle and you go in. Gracious as he was, he took him all the way down almost to the end of the grandstand, so the public could clap for him and see him up close, and then he brought him back. Very, very amazing occurrence here at Belmont Park.
Let's go to Bob Newmeyer.
The moment is over. Give me your emotions.
I can't believe it happened. I'm in heaven. It's amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God.
As you saw the race on
Bob, this is for the sport, for everyone.
What about the crowd and its reaction to this horse winning the Triple Crown?
Unbelievable. No words for this. No words.
You're running around like a chicken.
Let's go win in the winner's circle.
Justin Zayed, son of Ahmed Zayed. Back to you, Tom.
Justin, the racing manager for the stable, who just less than a month ago graduated from NYU. And there's a look at American Pharoah, the second wire-to-wire Belmont Stakes winner in the last 30 years. DeTerra was the other in 2008. And the race is official. American Pharoah playing $350, $280, and $250. Frosted was second. Keen Ice was third. The Exacta paid only $13.60. The Dollar Try $54, and the Dollar Super paid $285. American Pharoah, the most lightly raced Triple Crown winner in history. He did it in only his 8th career start. That exclusive club has a new entrant. The horse with the misspelled name and the stubby trail is now immortalized as the 12th Triple Crown winner in racing history. And for Victor Espinoza, after the ups and downs of his career, left home in Mexico at age 15 to drive a bus,
now has won the Triple Crown. And Bob Evans, with his family with him, thinking of his late parents, celebrating the Triple Crown. And for the Zions, the controversial owners, redemption in part at least, as their horse wins the Triple Crown and makes history at Belmont Park, wire-to-wire winner of the Belmont Stakes.
They're all in line. We are ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. And Destin had a very good beginning, but there goes Gettysburg as expected. Sent to the lead by Paco Lopez, and Destin is close as to stablemate Stradivari. And then to the outside, there goes right to the outside of them, Seeking the Soul, who's 3 deep into that turn. Cherry Wine sits back and runs in 5th. Exaggerator's not far behind. He's 3 wide into the turn as Governor Malibu saves all the ground. Then Brody's Cause, Seeking the Soul, 3 lengths more. And then comes Forever Doro racing on the outside of Creator, who's been guided to the rail. Lonnie is second last. Trojan Nation trails. And the first quarter was solid enough. It was 24 seconds flat. So it is Gettysburg the leader on this expansive first turn at Belmont Park. Gettysburg in front by a length and a half. Destin tracks in second position. Seeking the Soul follows in third. Stradivari's in between horses. Exaggerator's moving up on the outside and is strongly held by Kent DeSormo 4 deep up the backstretch. Then Governor Malibu followed by Cherry Wine. Brody's Cause is right behind his stablemate, and he's 6 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Lonnie has gone by a few horses now, and Lonnie is moving up on the outside. Then Creator, sudden breaking news, and Forever Doro. The half was in 48 and 2, 3/4 up in 1 minute 13 and 1/5 seconds, and Trojan Nation is well behind the field. So Gettysburg leads the charge up the backstretch in front by a length. It is Destin who continues to pursue in second. Stradivari is right there, and so is Exaggerator. The Preakness winner is 4th in right to the outside of a ground-saving Governor Malibu, who is sent along by Joel Rosario down on the inside. Gettysburg has been there all the way so far. Destin continues to pursue him. Stradivari is close. Exaggerator is 2 lengths off the lead, 4 wide on the turn. Then Governor Malibu, Creator, Lonnie still with 5 lengths to make up. And then it's Cherry Wine. Sudden breaking news goes wide and Forever Doro. It is still Gettysburg, who will turn into the stretch with Destin right on his outside. And they're into the stretch. And Destin has taken the lead in the Belmont Stakes. Stradivari is there. Governor Malibu couldn't get through on the inside. He is in traffic. Exaggerator. Here comes Lonnie on the far outside, and Creator is coming too. It is Destin in front. Creator. Lonnie on the outside. Destin and Creator. These two come down to the line together. Too close to goal. It was Creator and Destin right on the wire. And Iran Ortiz raised his whip in victory, but it is very close in the Belmont Stakes.
Well, you see Irad Ortiz standing in the irons and celebrating. He thinks, obviously, that he has won the race. Larry said it was too close to call as Creator came storming up on the outside, and Kent DeSormo and Exaggerator will not get the victory today.
The most striking thing, Tom, congratulations. Very good ride by Irad Ortiz. I didn't really know if a horse that came from far back as Creator could get the job done, but he certainly finished strongly. He got wiped out, we remember, in the Kentucky Derby at the top of the stretch when he was right behind Exaggerator and moving. In terms of Exaggerator, I think Kent had him in a good spot. He got a little strong early. Let's look at the deep stretch here. Looks like all grays. Destin with the yellow silks, gray on the inside. Creator the gray with the white silks and the blinkers on the outside.
And here it is.
Lonnie third.
The 4th nose finish in history of the Belmont Stakes.
We thought it was Creator on the outside, as Irad Ortiz thought, and it looks from that angle like it was.
Here's the look right down the finish line. Head bobbing, nose finish.
Sure looks like the outside.
It appears from that angle to be the outside horse, Creator.
And it's now on the board.
So unofficially, Creator. And once again, an Arkansas Derby winner takes the Belmont Stakes. Last year it was American Pharaoh. This time it's Creator, and there's the official photo. Creator edging Destin. Let's go to Donna.
Well, I read on the Gallup out, even before they posted it, you said, I won the race. So you knew when you crossed the wire you had it.
Yes, first I want to say thanks God and the trainer and owners. They give me the opportunity to ride the horse. Stephen Musing do a great job, and thanks him, I'm here today. I'm riding this horse today. And he was coming, I just waved somewhere to go, so when he got clear, he started running. He was coming, he told me he gonna be all right in the mile and a half, and he was right. I know he passed the other horse.
I read you've been riding in New York since 2011. You've won tons of races here, but this is your first Belmont Stakes win, the crowning jewel of Belmont Park. What's it mean to you to win this race?
It's an amazing feeling. It's very, very important for me, and I'm very happy. I wanna say thanks to everyone who helped me. This race is gonna be for my daughter, that she's here today, and I'm very happy.
Obviously an emotional win for you. Your grandfather, uncle, and your brother were all past or present jockeys. Does this feel like a win for the Ortiz family?
Yes, they are so happy, all the Ortizes right now.
Congratulations. Go celebrate. Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, thanks, Donna. The rain is coming down a little bit now. It won't dampen your spirit, Steve Asmussen. Congratulations on the win. Did you have it all the way?
Oh, no, I was glad to see him put that number up. They came to the wire together. You know, Irad gave him a dream trip. Horse ran super. Team did a great job. Very proud.
So many times people can say, well, he had an excuse. You seem to think that he certainly had an excuse in Kentucky and was ready immediately to try him at Belmont to give him that rest.
He proved his worth today. You know, thank the Wins Elliott, the WinStar team, Mr. Trout. Just very thankful for this opportunity with a great horse.
Congratulations on the Hall of Fame, and you get a Belmont on top of it.
Yes, look good on the plaque. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Steve. Let's go to Bob.
This is turning, yeah. All right, Kenny, this is turning into some year for Steve Asmussen, is it not? As Irad Ortiz takes Creator back home by the WinStar Farm, and Bobby Flay, the celebrity chef.
Ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. Irish War Cry and Taprid had very good beginnings, and Meantime is sent along on the outside of them to show early speed. These three will take them into the first turn. Twisted Tom is away running in fourth, and then it's Gormley, J-Boys Echo, Patch, and Senior Investment. Multiplier on the outside of Looking at Lee, and Hollywood Handsome in a bite of a tight spot there. Oh, he had to steady Hollywood Handsome in early traffic trouble on that first turn. Looks like the rider's out of the irons on him. The first quarter was 23.88 seconds. That is a fast pace here in the Belmont Stakes, and Meantime is on the outside of Irish War Cry. These two are stride for stride on the lead. And again, Hollywood Handsome and Florent Giroux lost his irons, and they are going past horses on the far outside, but he's got no control here, and he's up into third position as they go to the backstretch after a 48.66 half mile. And then it's Patch running about 2 lengths off the lead right now. Then Multiplier on the outside. Taprid is down toward the rail. Gormley and J-Boys Echo are there as you see Hollywood Handsome start to back out of the field. Senior Investment is on the outside of Twisted Tom, who's 6 lengths from the front, and Looking at Lee. So they continue up the backstretch. Halfway home in the Belmont Stakes, 3/4 in 1 minute, 14.01 seconds. Irish War Cry and Rajiv Barrage, the comeback kid, on top here by a half a length. Mike Smith has Meantime on the outside second. In behind them, on the rail, is Taprid, and Gormley to the outside. Patch is fifth as they make their way for the far turn. Robbie Alvarado asking more from J-Boys Echo now, then Senior Investment and Twisted Tom. Looking at Lee, rides the rail around the far turn here, still 7 lengths behind. Irish War Cry, who heads round the turn with a length lead. Meantime, starting to lose ground. Gormley and Taprid are within their runs now. They are third, and now second on the inside is Taprid heading after front-running Irish War Cry, and they're into the stretch. Irish War Cry turns for home with Taprid trying to run him down in the last furlong. The two of them are now a half length apart. They are clear of Gormley and Patch. It is Irish War Cry, and on the outside Taprid. Taprid has taken the lead. Taprid and Irish War Cry come down to the line together. It is Taprid and Jose Ortiz in the Belmont Stakes. They have defeated Irish War Cry. Patch was third. Gormley was fourth in 2 minutes, 30.02 seconds. His brother won it last year. He did it today. Jose Ortiz, a gallant win on Taprid.
And trainer Todd Pletcher wins a 3rd Belmont Stakes.
Tappert started that move around the sweeping turn as Belmont and was able to catch Irish War Cry in the stretch. And Tappert, a March Derby favorite after a record-setting performance in the Tampa Bay Derby, disappointing, rough trip, finishing 6th in the Kentucky Derby, comes back and becomes the 4th horse in the last 6 years, out of the money at Churchill Downs, skipping the Preakness, but winning the Belmont.
Mid-pack early in the race, moved up around the far turn into the stretch. He had moved up all the way to second under Jose Ortiz at $1.2 million as a yearling. He is now justifying that price tag. Todd Pletcher again showing why he's so good at getting horses ready for the Belmont, gets his 3rd win. Well positioned, good ride, great effort. Finally, Tappert is coming to what they thought he was.
It looked at the top of the stretch like Irish War Cry might have the race under control. They were really urging Tappert. Ortiz was not making up a lot of ground. But the last 1/8 of a mile, Tappert just handled the 1.5 mile distance better than Irish War Cry did. That was the name of the game there, the last part of it. Boy, does Todd Pletcher have this Derby to Belmont thing down.
They're getting in place, they're getting set, and we are set for the 150th Belmont Stakes. And here with the call, Larry Collmus.
Justify in stall 1. Will he take his place in history? As Blended Citizen goes in, they're all in line. We are ready for a start. They're off in the 150th Belmont Stakes. And it was a very good beginning for Justify, who goes immediately to the early lead in the race to the first turn. So it will be Justify to set the pace here. And there on the outside goes Restoring Hope, the other Bob Baffert trainee, who's wide into that turn and in running in 2nd position. Right in behind them in 3rd is Bravazzo. Noble Indy is off the pace. And then on the inside comes Tenfold. The opening quarter mile was a swift one, 23.37 seconds. A very fast pace for Justify, who will lead the field on to the backstretch here, with his stablemate Restoring Hope sitting in 2nd. And on the inside, Bravazzo is 3rd. Noble Indy is 4th. Tenfold 5th. Vino Rosso 6th. The Blended Citizen on the outside, followed by Hofberg and Free Drop Billy. Gronkowski is last. They've slowed things down a bit. 48.11 was the half. That's just a bit faster than American Pharoah went 3 years ago. Justify and Mike Smith, the Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner, head up the backstretch in the Belmont Stakes with a length lead. Restoring Hope on the outside is 2nd. Bravazzo is down toward the inside. Noble Indy is next. Vino Rosso is close up running in 5th. He's 5 lengths off the lead. 3/4 went in 1 minute, 13.21 seconds. Halfway home in the Belmont. And then comes Tenfold on the inside of Blended Citizen. Hofberg is drafting in behind horses. 6 lengths off the lead. Free Drop Billy and Gronkowski, the last of them all. And Mike Smith and Justify make their run into the far turn. They've got a 2-length lead. Restoring Hope is put to a ride as Vino Rosso begins to rev it up on the outside. Bravazzo is down toward the rail. They've run a mile in 1:38.09 seconds. Justify is the leader, but it's just a half-length advantage here. Vino Rosso comes under a ride. Mike Smith is not asked Justify to go just yet. Justify a length lead here as they come to the top of the stretch. Vino Rosso is 2nd. Hofberg comes on the scene, and Gronkowski has cut the corner, and they're into the stretch. And Justify comes roaring home to a raucous Belmont Park with 1 furlong to run. Gronkowski and Hofberg trying to run him down. Vino Rosso is 4th, a 16th to go. Justify is still there. Justify from Gronkowski. He's just perfect, and now he's just immortal. Justify is the 13th Triple Crown winner. Gronkowski was 2nd, Hofberg was 3rd, and Vino Rosso was 4th. Justify has done it!
Congratulations, Mike. Awesome. Mike, congratulations, brother.
They go in They're all in line. We're ready for a start. Tacitus is back out here. We'll just straighten him out, get him back into the starting gate. Ready for a start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. And it is Jovia who comes out running well on the lead. Tax is away running in second position. Spinoff is just off of them. And War of Will find himself fourth early on. And tucking in right behind him is Tacitus, who's fifth and drafting in behind War of Will into that first turn. And then it's Ever Fast, Intrepid Heart, Sir Winston on the inside, followed by Bourbon War. And last of them all is Master Fencer through a 23.92 opening quarter mile. So they make their way around this first turn here at Belmont Park, where Jovia, the expected pacemaker, is doing just that. He's on top by 3/4 of a length. Racing in second is Tax, Spinoff, and Javier Castellano. Sitting off the pace here, they're 3 lengths behind. Tyler Gaffalione settling back. War of Will under stout restraint here, fourth on the outside after a half mile in an easy 48.79 seconds. The pace has not been fast. And then it's Intrepid Heart racing on the outside of Everfast, who's in mid-pack. Jose Ortiz and Tacitus are 3 deep up the backstretch, and they're 5 lengths from front-running Jovia. Then a break of another 2.5 to Sir Winston, and then it's Bourbon War, and Master Fencer is last, and he's 11 lengths behind. So up the backstretch they go. 3/4 up in 1:13.54 seconds. Less than 6 furlongs remain in this Belmont Stakes, and it's been Jovia all the way so far. Tax continues to pursue him as they race for the far turn. And then it's Spinoff on the outside. At the rail, Everfast. War of Will outside of horses, yet to be given his cue. He's 4 lengths behind with a half mile to go. Meanwhile, Jose Ortiz is starting to ask more from Tacitus, and Sir Winston has slipped through an opening on the inside as they make their way around the far turn. Still Jovia, still Tax, and on their outside it's Spinoff. And War of Will is moving now, and so too is Tacitus, is very wide, and Sir Winston is right in contention behind horses as they make their way to the top of the stretch, and they're into the stretch, and it is Jovia and Tax. Sir Winston comes up on the outside, and he got in front of War of Will, and Sir Winston has moved to the center of the track under Joel Rosario to take the lead. On the inside, Jovia fights on. Tacitus is there, and then Tax between horses. Master Fencer on the far outside. They're coming to the finish, and Sir Winston has won the Belmont Stakes. And then it was Tacitus second, followed by Jovia third. It's a photo for fourth. The final time was 2 minutes, 28.30 seconds. Pneumatic takes his spot in the outside stall, and they're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes, and the Triple Crown is underway. Tiz the Law broke sharply. Tap It to Win on the inside will grab the front in the run up the backstretch, and 4 left is moving through in between horses. Tiz the Law is next on the outside. Pneumatic follows in fourth, and then it's Dr. Post, followed by Jungle Runner to the inside. Break of another 4 to Modernist and Farmington Road, and then Max Player, Sole Volante, and Luca Panici at the back of the field after an opening quarter mile in 23.11 seconds. The pace is honest for Tap It to Win, who heads up the backstretch in front by 1.5 lengths. With 4 left sitting in second position. Manny Franco and Tiz the Law are third on the outside of Longshot Jungle Runner, who's down toward the rail. Then Dr. Post, Pneumatic. On their inside is Modernist. Farmington Road is right in behind them. 7 lengths from the front, then Max Player and Sole Volante. 46.16 was the half. The pace continues to be strong as they race for the far turn. And it is Tap It to Win and John Velasquez leading the way, with 4 left in second, and Tiz the Law looming large, third on the outside, just 2 lengths behind as they make their way around the turn. Then Pneumatic, and Modernist is down on the inside. They're coming toward the top of the stretch here. Tap It to Win is the leader. Tiz the Law is catching up to him on the outside second. Then it's 4 left, followed by Pneumatic. Modernist on the inside is next, and they're into the stretch of the Belmont, and Tiz the Law has taken charge. Set down in a final furlong by Manny Franco. Tiz the Law's got a 2-length lead. Dr. Post has moved up on the outside into second. Pneumatic is third, but it is the New York hero, Tiz the Law and Manny Franco, to win the Belmont Stakes. They took it by 4 lengths in the end. Dr. Post was second. Max Blair was third. Pneumatic was fourth. The final time, a brilliant 146.53. Saratoga celebrate. They're off in the Belmont Stakes. Rock Your World did not come out all that well again today. Hot Rod Charlie sent to the front, and Rock Your World will go up on the outside with Japan's Francisco de Ina there too. So these three lead them into the turn. Then the Preakness winner Rombauer. Essential Quality is fifth in behind them, moving for that turn. The Known Agenda, a wide overtook, and Bourbonic at the rear of the field. Hot Rod Charlie on top through a 22.78 opening quarter mile. That is a very, very fast first fraction. On the outside is Rock Your World, who's up running in second. Francisco de Ina is 2 lengths off of them in third. Bourbonic fourth at this stage as they enter the backstretch at Big Sandy. And then it's Essential Quality to the outside, who's about 7 lengths behind at this stage. Bourbonic, Known Agenda, and Overtook together at the back of the pack. Hot Rod Charlie taken on by Rock Your World through a 46.49 half mile. These two go stride for stride. Francisco de Ina sits just off of them. Running third by another 3.5 lengths ahead of the Preakness winner Rombauer and the favorite Essential Quality on the outside. Then it's Bourbonic, Known Agenda, and between those two Overtook. 7 lengths from top to bottom. Hot Rod Charlie has run 3/4 in 1:12.07 seconds. His lead is a half a length. Rock Your World is second. Francisco de Ina third to their outside. Essential Quality is getting closer now. He is caught 4 wide as they make their move into the far turn. Rombauer rides the rail. He's 3 lengths behind. Known Agenda, Bourbonic, and Overtook around the far turn. Hot Rod Charlie with a half mile to go. Rock Your World's alongside. Essential Quality comes up to them 3 wide. The 3 of them across the track. Known Agenda has picked up his stride. He's on the move now with 3 lengths to make up, and Rombauer is to his inside. They're coming to the top of the stretch, and Essential Quality makes his move on the outside of Hot Rod Charlie. Rock Your World has dropped back. Then Rombauer to the outside, and Known Agenda, and they're into the stretch, and it's Essential Quality and a stubborn Hot Rod Charlie, and the two of them putting on a match race with a furlong to run. Essential Quality on the outside. Hot Rod Charlie won't go away. Essential Quality, too good. Essential Quality has won the Belmont Stakes. Hot Rod Charlie was second. It was a long way back to Bourbonic, and then came Known Agenda. The final time, 2:27.11. They're all in line, and we are ready for the start. They're off in the Belmont Stakes, and the filly Nest stumbled coming out of the gate, and We the People goes out to the early lead. Skippy Longstocking is away running in second. Golden Glider came out third. Barber Road much closer to the pace today, and Nest is being sent through an opening on the inside after that early stumble. Then Creative Minister, the Kentucky Derby winners near the back of the pack early. Rich Strike is last now, and Mo Donegal is gone by him. So it's We the People leading the way through a 23.99 opening quarter mile. It's a decent pace. He's on top by a length and a half. Skippy Longstocking on the outside second. Nest has made her way up into third as they make their way to the backstretch here. And then it's a 3-wide run for Golden Glider. Mo Donegal between horses. Creative Minister down on the inside. Barber Road, who was closer, has been taken back to second last. And Sonny Leone and Rich Strike are going to have to come from dead last here. They're trailing the field after a 48.49 half mile. So up the backstretch in the Belmont, We the People and Flavien Prat. 3/4 of a length ahead of Skippy Longstocking, who continues to stick with his front runner up the backstretch. Then Golden Glider, Nest, Mo Donegal to the outside. Creative Minister is next. Then Barber Road, he's got 5.5 to make up. Rich Strike continues to race in the back of the pack. The Kentucky Derby winner is last up the backstretch, 3/4 up in 1:13.23 seconds. They race for the far turn. We the People has been in front all the way so far. The lead is 3/4 of a length over Skippy Longstocking. And then it's Nest on the inside in third. She's just in behind the leader. Mo Donegal is fourth on the outside. Meanwhile, Rich Strike is still last, and he's being ridden to go now by Sonny Leone at the back of the pack. Around the far turn,
We the People trying to take him every step of the way. Skippy Longstocking has been second throughout. Nest is third, just in behind the filly is just in behind the front-running pair, and Mo Donegal is moving on the outside. Rich Strike is out of last, but he's got a lot of work to do. Skippy Longstocking has come up to the neck of We the People, and Mo Donegal comes charging up on the outside, and they're into the stretch, and Mo Donegal has taken the lead as they arrive from the final furlong. Nest is moved up into second, then We the People, and Skippy Longstocking. It is going to be Mike Rapoli 1-2. Mo Donegal and Nest. Mo Donegal and Irad Ortiz have won the Belmont Stakes. Nest was second. Skippy Longstocking was third. We the People was fourth. Rich Strike ended up sixth. The final time was 2:28.28 seconds. Celebrate Mike Rapoli.
Celebrate Mike Rapoli. Celebrate Ortiz brothers. Celebrate Todd Pletcher. 1-2. Mike Rapoli, who grew up going to the races in Queens, said, "This is my derby." And this is your moment, Mike. Part of the ownership group on both horses there with his wife, their daughter as well. And like he said, 50 members of family. Mo Donegal, who finished 5th in the Kentucky Derby after a poor start. 3 career wins, all in New York. Now we make it 4 as Todd Pletcher wins his 4th Belmont Stakes as a trainer.
Always well positioned by Irad Ortiz Jr. He was never more than 4 or 5 lengths off the lead. Then the far turn, he crept up to about 3.5 lengths off the lead. He made the lead at the top of the stretch. And as we said earlier, he's just a grinder. Here he comes, the 1.5 miles, the prototype for this type of race, just steadily closing now, steadily opening up.
No excuses for We the People, who made a comfortable early lead. Rich Strike, trainer Eric Reed told us, if he's last early, I know he has no chance. And he was absolutely right.
I think Rich Strike finished 6th, official in a bit.
And they're off in the 155th Belmont Stakes. National Treasure is right out for the lead. Hit Show came away well on the outside, and Forte is up close. Right alongside is Angel of Empire, who will be widest of all into the turn. Down at the rail is Tapachus. So it is the Preakness winner, National Treasure, challenged here on the inside by Tapachus, and they are right together. Then it's the trio of Arcangelo, Forte, and Hit Show. On the outside is Angel of Empire. At the rail is Il Miracolo. Then comes Tapatrice, who has 1 horse beaten at this point, and that is Red Route 1, who trails the field. The opening quarter mile in 23 3/5 seconds as the field moves for the backstretch. National Treasure leads here by 3/4 of a length. Hit Show on the outside. Tapachus down at the rail. They're right together, second and third. Angel of Empire in the clear on the outside in 4th. Forte is 5th, but just 3 lengths from the front. Arcangelo is now moving up a spot. Then we come back to Tapatrice and Il Miracolo. Red Route 1 continues to trail in 9th. Opening half, 47 3/5 seconds. And they're midway up the Belmont backstretch with National Treasure still the leader here. National Treasure by a length. Tapachus is down at the rail. Hit Show is in 3rd, 2.5 lengths from the lead. Arcangelo now looking to split horses from 4th. Then comes Angel of Empire, and Tapatrice now makes a big move on the extreme outside. Tapatrice and Angel of Empire, they're moving as a team, going after the front runner, National Treasure. So it is National Treasure, but right behind Tapatrice, Angel of Empire, Hit Show, and Arcangelo down at the rail. It's another 3 lengths back to Forte. The mile went in 1:37.2. National Treasure challenged here leader on the inside by Arcangelo, and the two of them are heads apart. Tapatrice on the outside in third. Angel of Empire being asked for more. Then comes Hit Show and Forte with Il Miracolo. The field is in the stretch in the Belmont Stakes, and Arcangelo has now taken over. Arcangelo is in front. National Treasure back running in second. Then Hit Show, Tapatrice, Forte, and Angel of Empire. It is Arcangelo with the lead. Arcangelo in front, trying to hold on for the final 50 yards, and it's Arcangelo to win the Test of the Champion. It is Arcangelo, and it is a monumental victory for trainer Jenna Antonucci. And what a month for jockey Javier Castellano. He won his first Derby with Mage. He wins his first Belmont Stakes with Arcangelo.
So, Dave, the Fox took over from NBC.
Yes, because we heard John Imbriale's call of the Belmont as the start, and the reason is because the Fox, unfortunately for Tom Durkin, who had a terrific call, it was almost unintelligible on the Fox Channel 5 show, the major network.
Yeah, I instructed our production team to play the Belmont call of John Imbriale because, as you said, the Durkin call, particularly in the last eighth of a mile, last 16th of a mile, you could barely hear it. What the heck? You're a TV veteran. What the heck happened there?
I talked to a couple friends in TV. One of them said that Fox had, Fox had 3 trucks out there at Belmont Park. One for the major network, that was Channel 5 here in New York, and then the other two, throughout the day, Fox 1 and Fox 2, Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, did broadcast. And Bill, I swear, I switched over to hear one of Durkin's earlier calls on either Fox 1 or Fox Sports 2, and it was fine because it was coming through the major truck onto the major network. That was where it got all screwed up, and it sounded like it was just the weakest link. The mixer mixed in too much crowd, too much extraneous noise. Did jockeys have microphones that were on?
It's a good question.
I could not find out. I tried, but it was a shame because I'm sure it was a good broadcast. But I want to tell you, that problem with the sound even bled over to when Tom Amos was giving some of his excellent commentary. You couldn't understand.
But what makes it even more hard to understand is in some of the prior races Durkin called before the Belmont, they had the same problem. How did nobody notice that and say, "Oh my goodness, we couldn't hear him for the Met Mile or whatever, or for the turf race, the Manhattan? We've got to fix this." It's just,
I don't know.
I know, they were first time doing this, but I mean, that's just unbelievable.
I know when I was with ABC, we had a lot of rehearsals and things, and we even talked about the Brooklyn as being a mile-and-a-half rehearsal. But I swear that I listened to Tom's call, which was unencumbered by all those extraneous noises, on either Fox Sports 1 or 2 earlier in the day. So I don't know how they didn't get it on right on the network.
Overall, what'd you think of their broadcast?
Well, it was uneven because I thought that the sound was bad, but it tainted some of the other problems. I really thought that Richard Migliore on Fox 1 or 2 was better.
Fox
better
Network.
Well, I thought that Mike Smith was a little weak.
I understand, yeah. And it looked like that they kind of kicked Gary Stevens aside, who was their regular guy, to bring in Mike Smith.
Yeah. Amos was great. And the announcer who was the lead announcer wasn't a racetrack guy. He wasn't embarrassing, but I had the feeling that he didn't know a lot of the game. But what are you going to say?
Yeah, I mean, by and large, they have not gotten good reviews, and most people complaining.
Which makes the NBC feed even was really terrific on the Derby and the Prix.
Right, and, that's a fair point. NBC has just done such a good job over the years with this, so they had big shoes to fill. Oh, so many other.
What did you think?
I thought it was uneven as well. I think the Durkin call thing was just terrible. They had some good moments and not so good moments. I mean, you could tell at times that they had some people that didn't really know horse racing and kind of, didn't really grasp it. I agree with you on Mike Smith. He is, I hate
nice
to say
guy,
it,
great
he's the
guy.
nicest guy you ever want to meet. But, his answers were kind of just, they'd throw him a question and give 2- and 3-word answers, didn't really shed a lot of lighter insights. And, compared that to, he took over the role of Jerry Bailey from NBC. And just, Jerry Bailey is just an encyclopedia of knowledge and great insights and everything. So, we'll see. It's their first race over the track. We'll see if they get it better down the road.
Let's hear what it sounded like.
Arcangelo is fiercely determined. Arcangelo coming to the 8th ball, trying to pull it off. He's in front by 3. Here's Jennison, National Treasure. Then it's Hitchell. Forte's coming right. Oh, he's got a chance. Forte coming out the outside. Doesn't catch Arcangelo. He couldn't do it. Arcangelo has won. They're getting ready to turn for home.
Am I a bad guy if I say that was a horrifying call?
Is that Tom Durkin?
Yes, but he sounded like he might have been under the weather.
And he hadn't called the race. He retired like 8 years ago. Fox begged him to come out and make this call.
Well, if Fox wanted him so bad, maybe they would actually have audio in which he could be heard and not stepped on. Because that was the thing I got on social media, that Fox did a horrendous job.
What's the steppage galore?
Well, who was stepping on him?
Well, at the end there.
The crowd?
No, there was somebody speaking at the end.
Well, there's nobody in the race caller's booth.
I don't know. There isn't an analyst?
No, I mean, but the analysts aren't. They're not in the booth. They go upstairs to make.
There was steppage. Well, there was decidedly steppage.
I mean, how long is the cut? I don't want to have to torture the audience. Again,
my buddy just said they had bad audio, and that was not Durkin.
Sounded like him.
No, Durkin has an unbelievable voice.
It was the call on Fox.
Really?
Yeah, that was on Fox TV.